morning, children. Hello, hi everyone. How are you everyone mainly? Of course, when I ask you how are you, you will ask me about how are you sir. Yes, of course I am very super, I am very excited. Why? Because today onwards I am going to start the classes. So, today onwards I am going to start your classes. The first of all, we are going to learn about the number system. This number system is very useful. This number system is coming from you from 6th class, 7th class, 8th class. Right or wrong? So, why this number system will use? This number system is nothing but, here we are going to discuss about types of numbers. What are that? Types of numbers. What are the types of numbers we have? And how we will use this one? So mainly this number system will work like in our social we have solar system, like that same only this also will work. The first one, whatever we have, the first type of number system, is natural numbers. What is that? Natural numbers. These natural numbers are denoted with the capital letter N. These natural numbers are denoted with the capital letter N. These natural numbers will start from 1, 2, 3 and so on up to infinity. So the first type is natural numbers. These are denoted with the capital letter N, and these are starts with the from 1 to infinity, and this will be represented like this. Capital letter N. The representation in this one, this brackets as well. This is called the set of natural numbers. So this is the first type. So when we add zero to the natural numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on up to infinity, these numbers we call as a whole numbers. What we call? Whole numbers. Second type is whole numbers. These whole numbers are denoted with the capital letter N. These whole numbers are starts from 0 and ends at the infinity. So that means the set of whole numbers means we can represent like this. We can represent in the lower brackets. So that means what is this condition here? All the natural numbers are called the whole numbers. All the natural numbers are called the whole numbers. Next, this is about the whole numbers. Next, third one. Here if you see 1 to infinity are natural numbers, 0 to infinity are whole numbers. So what do you think? Yes, numbers are over. But if you observe here, 0 to infinity or 1 to infinity, all these are positive numbers. What are called? Positive numbers. Positive 1, positive 2, positive 3. Right or wrong? Like this up to positive infinity. But we have negative numbers also. Right or wrong? We have negative numbers. So what are they? -1, -2, -3. Like this up to minus infinity are there. Right or wrong? So the set of negative numbers, the set of minus infinity to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on up to infinity. The set of numbers from minus infinity, -1, -2, -3, 0, like this and so on up to all these numbers we call as a integers. Integer numbers. These all integer numbers are denoted with the letter Z, O-R-R-I. Z, O-R-R-I. Mainly, most of are using the letter Z to represent them. So the set of integers are minus infinity to plus infinity. So now what is this condition statement now? According to by this, what will consider this one? All whole numbers and all natural numbers are in the part of integers. Are in the part of integers. So these are the integers. This is the third type of integers. So up to here we learn in 6th class, and in 7th class also we are going to learn. But one more. Already we know that how can we represent the fractions? Fractions will represent with the numerator and denominator. This is fraction. Right or not? This is fraction, numerator and denominator. So the form P by Q, but Q not equals to 0. Q not equals to 0. Like this of numbers we call as a rational numbers. Rational numbers, the biggest collection of numbers. The biggest collection of numbers. Rational numbers are denoted with the capital letter Q. Capital letter Q. It is in the form of P by Q, but denominator never become the 0. If the denominator is 0, it is not a rational number. It is not undefined. It is not undefined. So the rational numbers are represented with the letter Q. So that means all these numbers, whatever natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, are all the part of this rational numbers. Are all the part of this rational numbers. Next, after this we have 5th one, real numbers. What is this? Real numbers. These real numbers are represented with the capital R, and these real numbers are the biggest. Whatever we have the numbers in, however we are writing the numbers, all are the belongs to this real numbers. That means all natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, everything, all numbers we call them as a real numbers. These real numbers are represented with the capital letter R. Okay. So this is all about the number system. This is all about the number system. So how we will see this one? Simply we will see. So simple way of representing. I am showing you the small diagram to you all. So how can we understand simply? With a small diagram we will understand. For suppose natural numbers represented with capital M, and here are all numbers from 1 to infinity. Right or wrong? Capital M, natural numbers. Next, what is the type of next natural numbers? Next numbers? Whole numbers. What is that? Whole numbers. Whole numbers are from 0, 1 to infinity. Whole number. That means first all natural numbers are the part of whole numbers. Next, integers. Minus infinity to minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, up to infinity. All these are all integers. This is also the biggest collection of integers. Next one is rational numbers. Rational numbers are in the form of P by Q, but Q not equals to 0. So that means all these rational numbers, all are belongs to the rational numbers. Next one is real numbers. Real numbers are all numbers, all type of numbers. These real numbers will come you in the 9th class for you. These real numbers will come you in the 9th class for you. So in 6th class, up to 6th class we will learn up to natural numbers. In 6th class we are going to learn about whole numbers. In 7th class we are going to learn about integers. In 8th class you are going to about full detail about the rational numbers. In rational numbers, one more type also is there. That is the irrational numbers. If you see some numbers, you will see like this: 0.3333333. Some numbers √3, √4, √5. Like this of numbers are there. How can we represent the like this of numbers? Means these numbers are part of rational numbers, but these numbers we call as a irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. So these irrational numbers will discuss in deep in the 8th class. So this is overall about the number system. So I think everyone understand deeply about this number system. So once again I will briefly explain this very shortly. Natural numbers are denoted with the capital letter N, whole numbers are denoted with the W, integers are represented with the Z, rational numbers are represented with the Q, and real numbers are represented with the R. So remember all of these symbols how we are denoting the number system. Okay? So just now we listened about the number system, right? Now continuing this topic, in number system we have the fourth type. That is the rational numbers. This is our class 8 first chapter name, rational numbers. This is the fourth type of number system. How these rational numbers are going to represent and how we are going to denote. So these rational numbers are denoting with the capital letter Q. And these rational numbers, what are the rational numbers means? These rational numbers are in the form of P by Q, but this Q never become the 0. So the rational numbers are set of all P by Q form, that is 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, minus 2 by 2, minus 2 by 3, or 3 by 4, 3 by 5, or 10 by 1000 by 10. That is all these set of numbers. All these set of numbers are the rational numbers. So in this, first of all, previously we learned first topic, whenever we are discussing about number systems, we have to learn how to show the numbers on a number line. So now I am going to show you how to show these rational numbers on number line. So first of all, as usually we will draw one number line. And now this number line also we have the negative numbers and also positive numbers. So we have to start from the 0. So after 1, what do they? 1, 2, 3. -1, -2, -3, and so on. Right or not? So now, for suppose we have to show any rational number like, we will take one example, 2 by 3. We have to show 2 by 3. So see, 2 by 3 means what we are in this rational number. What does this numerator represents? Number of parts. In denominator, what it represents? Total number of parts. Better now. So in this rational number, how many parts are there now? Total 3 parts. Better now. So from where it will start? That means from 0 to 1 is one part, 2 is second part, and 3 from 0 to 3. The 3 parts. Better one. So in this now, here see, if you observe here, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3. Better one. So where is the 2 by 3 form now? Second part. How many parts we have? This is. So this is the 2 by 3 showing the number line. Showing a number line. So how can we show the 2 by 3 means like this? We will show the number line. For suppose if we get any bigger values, if we get any bigger values also, we have to do like this. For suppose, now we see 6 by 3. Here numerator is smaller than denominator, so we can show easily. Now see here 6 by 3. Right or wrong? How many parts total? 3 parts. But how many here we required parts? 6. How many parts? 6 are there. So how we have to show? How we have to show? See, if you observe here, these 6 parts are in between where? Below 3 and above 2 only. Better than above 2 only. That means again from 2 to 3. Again from 2 to 3 we have to divide 3 parts. We have to divide 3 parts. Okay. And again in this, how many parts are there here below? Better than. So approximately it will come in between these 2 and 3. In between these 2 and 3, we will get the 6 by 3 parts. So understand how to show the. So by understanding this one, if you observe one thing here, by understanding this one, in between these two numbers there are several numbers. Better in between these two, this is showing. But like this we didn't see in integers, we didn't see in whole numbers, we didn't see in natural numbers. Why? Because that are the direct numbers. Natural numbers means 1 to infinity. Whole numbers means 0 to infinity. Integers means negative numbers, 0 and power. There are direct numbers. But here we are seeing in between numbers also is there. So here, so that means how many numbers are there in between any two rational numbers. In between any two rational numbers. For suppose we take these two only. What are they? 2 by 3 and 6 by 3. These two rational numbers are there. So in between how many numbers are there? Right, we have to know. So for this we have one short and simple formula. That is, everyone knows that. How to find the average? Addition of numbers divided by how many numbers are there. Here also same. Addition of two numbers divided by how many numbers are there? 2. Addition of two numbers divided by 2. So now add these two. First one here. So denominators are same. So in addition also denominators are same. Then numerators will be added. 2 plus 6, 8. 4 divided by 2. So here denominator is there. So you can directly multiply these two. That means 8 by 3 2 is 6. So that means in between these two, which is the middle value exactly? 8 by 6. So in between 2 by 3 and 6 by 3, in between what is the exact value? 8 by 6. 8 by 6. Once again if you observe here, 2 by 3 and 8 by 6. Later on, in between this also, say one more number is there. Later on, and again 8 by 6, 6 by 3. In between this also one middle value is there. Later on, like this, in rational numbers, we have infinity numbers are there in between two rational numbers. That means in between two rational numbers, how many numbers are there? Infinity numbers. Infinity numbers. How we have to find out means like this. A plus B divided by 2. Here A means one rational number and B means one more rational number. So like this. See, this is A and this is B. A plus B divided by 2. Like this if you do, we can find out the many rational numbers. Like this the problems already we done in 7th class. Better one. So now we are seeing here how to show the number line. Now how to show the additions on number line. How to show the additions on a number line. For suppose we will take these two only again. These two only. Okay. We will take these two only. So now we have to, first of all, we have to add this one, we have to show the number. Right upon 6 by 3 plus 2 by 3. We have to add this. So what is the denominator become? Same denominator. Same become. The numerator is 6 plus 2, 8. Means 8 by 3. 8 by 3. Right upon 8 by 3 we have to show in the number line. That means where will come, how many parts total? 3 parts. That means in between 2 and 3. In between 2 and 3 this 8 by 3 will come. Directly we can show like this. And this is the 6 by 3 plus 2 by 3 that is equal to 8. So approximate values. Exactly we want this. Again here we have to divide 3 parts. And again from there to, again from here we divide into 3 parts like this, and again in between these 3 parts like this until where it become 8 like this we have to do. So we can write directly approximate pattern. We can show in the number. We can show the number line. See here I show you the same denominator. We will take different one. One more example. Suppose 6 by 3 plus 8 by 5. 8 by 5. How do we add this one first of all? Here denominators are different. That means we have to multiply these two first. 5 3s are 15. Next again cross multiplication. 6 5s are 30 plus 8 3s are 24. How much? 30 plus 24? 44 by 15. So 44 by 15 we have to show on the number line. That means how many parts total? 15 parts. That means 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and up to 15. Then in between 44 is bigger one, no? That means in between 14 and 15 it will come. In between 14 and 15 it will come. So you can there you can mark it and you can mention that directly. This is the 4 list like this. You can come to 14, 15 in between here. You can type 44 by 15. Like this you can show the addition of addition of rational numbers. So same like this, subtractions, multiplications and divisions. So before we can do directly up to integers, we can be direct numbers, no? That's why we can directly we are doing like this. But in rational numbers, first of all add, and after getting answer directly you can draw from 0 to there. If we get any negative, draw from 0 to left side. Okay, so this is showing of number line. How this is showing the number line of integers and addition of integers and subtractions, multiplications, divisions. So you will get very easily. First of all, you have to get more practice. No problem. I will send you more worksheets or more problems to practice. Practice slowly. We have a lot of time. Next. After this, everyone knows that already we learned in 7th class. Already we learned in the 7th class. Okay. So now we discuss about the rational, how to show the rational numbers and number line. So next topic is properties. Properties of rational numbers. So these properties of rational numbers are total 6 types. Total 6 types. The first property is closure property. Second one is commutative property. And third one is associative property, and fourth one is distributive property, identity property and inverse property. So these all 6 properties we have to check. We have to check either these properties are satisfying these rational numbers or not. So how to we have to check? So we have to check this one in a 4 operations. We have to check in a this 4 operation. First operation is addition, second operation is subtraction, and third operation is multiplication, and fourth one is division. Fourth one is division. So we have to check these properties are satisfying under addition or subtraction or multiplication or division. So why these properties we will use means simply to check directly if both sides are equal or not. If one side is when we add two rational numbers we get same rational number, or if what we will get to know what got the result after checking like this. When we do addition, or when we will do subtraction, or when we will do multiplication, or when we will do division. So what the result after this one? After this one, that means when we add two rational numbers, what is the result? When we add when we divide two rational numbers, what is the result? Like this of checking. For checking purpose, we are going to see these properties. So now I will explain you how to do these operations. First we will check how to do on which property will satisfy under addition. So addition. So now we have the 6 properties. We have to check which property is going to satisfy under addition. So first of all, closure property. What is the closure property? Statement. What is that? Statement. That means this closure property is saying that when you add two rational numbers, again the result have to come the rational number only. That means when we add two rational numbers, that means one rational number is A and one more rational number is B, and we have to get this is belongs to symbol. We have to get what we have to get? We have to get the rational number only. We have to get. So we will see example. See, suppose we will take the two rational numbers. The first rational number is we will take 1 by 2. Okay? And one more rational number is we will take 4 by 5. So these two are the rational numbers. When we add these two rational numbers, what we have to get? Again we have to get the rational number only. So shall we check? 5, see here denominators are different, so that's why we have to multiply these denominators, then do the cross multiplication. 5 2 is the 10. Next cross multiplication, 5 1 is the 5, 4 2 is the 8. Better one. What is the answer? 8 plus 5? 13. 13 by 10. This 13 by 10 is rational number or what? This 13 by 10 is rational number only, right? Because this is in the P by Q form. Right or not? This is in the P by Q form. So it is the rational number. So by this result we can conclude that closure property of a rational number is satisfy under addition. Is going to satisfy under addition. Right or not? So like this. So under addition. Now we have to check commutative properties will satisfy under addition or not. We have to check. What is the statement of this cumulative property? That means when we add two rational numbers, okay, after adding two rational numbers, the result have to come when we vice versa. Vice versa means when we do B plus A. That means A plus B is equals to B plus A. We have to get the same result on both sides. So we will take example. 1 by 2 plus 4 by 5 is equals to 4 by 5 plus 1 by 2. So when we will do 1 by 2 plus 4 by 4, what is the answer here? 13 by 10. So same like this, when we will do 4 by 5 plus 2 by 5, what we will get? Same answer only we will get. Right or wrong? So LHS side and RHS sides are equal. So that's why we can say that. So we can say that commutative property is also satisfying under addition. Cumulative property is also satisfying under addition. Right or wrong? But here one difficult situation is there. Here we taken both are positive only. Both are positive only. Now we will take one more example. Okay? One more example like this. 1 by 2 plus half minus 4 by 5 minus negative rational number we are taking here. Okay? And same condition, minus 4 by 5 plus 1 by 2. Right or wrong? So what will come answer? 1 by 2 plus into minus, minus 4 by 5. Here minus 4 by 5 plus 1 by 2. So what we get here? Do subtraction. 5 2 is 10 and next cross multiplication. 5 minus 4 2 is 8. So here also same like this. 5 2 is 10. Next cross multiplication, minus 8 plus 5. So what is the answer here? 8 minus 5 minus 3. Why minus 3? Before bigger value there is a minus. Next here also 8 minus 5 3. Before bigger value minus. So here also both sides equal. So now we can say directly. We can say now with confidence, without any doubt. We can say that this commutative property is going to satisfy under addition. This commutative property is also going to satisfy under addition. Right or wrong? So next. Associative property. What is this? Associative property. To check this associative, what this associative property is saying that for us. This associative property is saying what? You have to add 3 numbers. And again you have to add same these 3 numbers in different way. See here, A plus B plus C and A plus B plus C. What is the difference in these two means? First of all, in LHS side we have to add these two and again we have to add this. And in RHS side, first of all we have to add first 2 terms. Next we have to add the third term. So now we will see the example. Now we will see example. First suppose we will take now. We will see example. 1 by 2a, 4 by 5, next plus half minus 3 by 9. This is A, B and C. Right or not? C we are taking as a negative number is equals to 1 by 2 plus 4 by 5 plus half minus 3 by 9. So here is first of all we have to add these two, A plus B. So now we will add this one. First of all we have to add these two, right? So 1 by 2 plus, here first of all solve this 4 by 5 plus into minus, minus 3 by 9. Next is equals to, first of all we have to add in this bracket first. So 5 2 is 10. Next cross multiplication, 5 1 is 5 4 2 is next plus into minus, minus 3 by 9. Right or wrong? Next step, 1 by 2 plus, now do it. This denominators are different, so first of all multiplication, 9 5 is 45. Next cross multiplication, 4 9 is 36, 5 3 is 15 is equals to 8 plus 5, 13 by 10 minus 3 by 9. Next 3 by 9. Now again next step 1 by 2 plus 13 minus 15. Sorry, 36 minus 15. 36 minus 15 how much? That means 36 minus 10, 26. 26 minus 5, 21. Right? 21 by 45 is equals to. Here again you have to do 10 nines are 90. Cross multiply. 13 nines are 13 nines are. How much 13 nines are? That means 9 threes are 27. 9 ones are 9. 9 plus 2. 9 plus 2. 10, 11. So 117 minus 10 threes are 13. Now again, here also again multiplication. 45 twos are 90. 45 twos are 90. 45 ones are 45 plus 25 1 21 1 twos are 21 twos are 40. That equals to now 117 minus 30. 117 minus 30. How much? 7. 11 minus 3. 11 minus 3. 8. 87 by 9. Now 45 plus 42. 5 plus 2 is 7. 4 plus 2. Both sides are equal. Both sides are equal. That means this associative property is also satisfying under addition. Associative property is also satisfying under addition. Clearly check here, students. Click it. Check once again. I will repeat you this how to solving here. A plus B plus C is equals to A plus B plus C. Right on. Next, first of all we added these two. So plus into minus minus. Next here also plus into minus minus, and first of all we added here. Next 9 5s are 45, 4 9s are 36, and 5 3s are 15. And here also 8 plus 5 13 by 10 minus 3 by 9. So next 1 by 2 plus of 36 minus 15 21, 21 by 45. That equals to next 13 9s are 117 and minus 10 3s are 30. So next here also denominators are different. You are multiplying 42, 45 2s are 90, 45 1s are 45 and 21 2s are 42. Next here also 117 minus 30, 87 by 2, 87 by 90. Next 45 plus 42, 87 by 90 and 87 by 90. So both sides are equal. That means associative property is satisfying addition. Associative property also satisfying addition. Next, distributive property. Distributive property is at a time we are doing two operations. That means addition and multiplication. That means what is this? A into B plus C is equals to A into B plus C means A into B plus A into C means A into C. So this is the distributive property condition. Like this we have to solve. That means we have to take three rational numbers and we have to multiply. So when we are doing the multiplication, under multiplication, now only we will take the example. So now we will take the example 3. That means 1 by 2 plus of 4 by 5 plus of minus 1 by 2 into minus 3 by 6 is equals to, that means A into B, no? That means 1 by 2 into 4 by 5. 1 by 2 into 4 by 5. Next, plus 1 by 2 into minus 3 by 6. See, check the one second statement here. A into B plus C. This is A. This is B. This is C. And again, what is it? A into B means A into B. This is A. And this is B. And A into C. A into C. Right or wrong? So now we will check it is going to satisfy or not. So first of all, solve in the brackets form. 1 by 4. This is the addition, right? So plus into minus, minus 6 5s are 30. Cross multiplication, 6 4s are 24. Plus into minus, minus 5 3s are 15. Is equals to that. We can do the multiplication here. 5 2s are 10, 4 1s are 4, plus 6 2s are 12, 3 1s are 3, but plus into minus, minus 3. Next, 1 by 2 into denominator say 24 minus 15. 24 minus 15, how much? 9. 24 minus 15, 9. That equals to, here again 10 12s are 120. Cross multiplication, 10 12 4s are 12 4s are 48, minus plus into minus, minus 10 3s are 30. So again now 9 by 32s are 60. Next, 48 minus 30, 48 minus 30, 18 by 120. Right or wrong? See here, everyone will think that both sides are different, but when we convert this one into smallest form, then we convert into simplest form. So what will get? 2 9s are, 2 60s are. So what is the answer? 6 by 9 by 60. So both sides are equal or not? 9 by 60, 9 by 60. That means distributive property under addition and multiplication. Distributive property under addition and multiplication, it is going to satisfy. Right or not? Next, we will see identity property. Identity property. What is this? Identity property. So, this is the special man. This identity property is the very very special man. That means, what is saying that this identity property, whatever you will do, I want answer same only. That means if we are adding a rational number with any number, again I want to the same number only. For suppose we take one example, 12 by 5. We have to get answer as a 12 by 5 only. Then what we have to do here? So simply we will add with the 0. So what is the additive identity means? 0. A plus 0 is equals to A. So this is that's why I say that this is a special one. Right or wrong? See, whatever you will do, which number, by which number you can add, but I don't want, I have to save with the result. I want to be the same with the result. For suppose reddish r plus something is equals to again reddish r. Right or wrong? So like this we are. This is the identity property. Next, inverse property. What is this? Inverse property. This is also very special one. Why? Because whatever you will do, I want to be 0. Whatever you will do, I want to be a 0. That means a plus minus a is equals to 0. Right or wrong? See, a plus of plus into minus, minus a minus a. That means 12 by 5 plus of minus 12 by 5. That means 12 by 5 minus 12 by 5. That means what will you get? Whatever you get, you have to get the. What is this one? So this is the inverse property. So These are the properties under addition. So under addition, how many? What are the satisfying here? What are satisfying here means closure property is going to satisfy, commutative property is going to satisfy, associative property is also going to satisfy, distributive property is also going to satisfy, identity property and inverse property according to our numbers we can say that. So that means always additive identity. That means under addition, what is the means? Plus 0. 0 is the additive identity. Additive identity. And what is the additive inverse means? Minus a. Additive inverse means minus a. These two bits are very important in competitive exams. That means they will ask you what is the additive identity, what is the additive inverse. Additive identity means 0. Additive inverse means minus a. Additive inverse means minus a. This is only for addition. Okay. Next we will see subtraction. Next operation will be subtraction. So for any operation, this properties and statement is same. This properties and statements is same. Examples will change. That means here we'll deal with addition. Now we'll deal with subtraction. So first we'll check closure property will satisfy or not. So closure property. What this closure property is saying? If you subtract any two rational numbers, a minus b, again what we have to get? Rational number only we have to get. So now we'll see. Now we'll subtract. For suppose we'll subtract 4 by 5 minus 2 by 5. So what we get? 5 is a 25. Cross multiplication, 5 4 is 20, 5 2 is a 10. That means 30 by 25. So 30 by 25 is rational number or not? Yes, of course. Then closure property is going to satisfy under subtraction also. Closure property is going to satisfy under subtraction also. Now commutative property. What is the commutative property? When you subtract 2, a minus b, then again we have the vice versa. Means b minus a. Both sides we have to get the same. So that means 4 by 5 minus of minus 4 by 6. Minus of minus 4 by 6. That means here also we have to get minus 4 by 6 minus 4 by 5. Here b we are taking as a negative rational number. So we will check what will come. So 4 by 5 plus into minus, minus into minus plus 4 by 6. 4 minus 4 by 6 minus 4 by 5. That means 6 5 is 30, 6 4 is 24, 5 4 is 20. Next here also 6 5 is 30. Next 4 5 is minus 20 and 6 4 is minus 24. So here is 44 by 30. Here also minus 44 by 30. Both sides are equal? Both sides are equal? No. Why? This is positive rational number, this is negative rational number. So both sides are not equal. That means by this result we can conclude that cumulative property is not satisfied under subtraction. So commutative property is not satisfying under subtraction. So first we will see in the which one is not satisfying here. Better on. So next we will see associative property. We will see the associative property. A plus b into a plus b, b plus c, a plus b plus c. Better on. We have to check this one also. See here, when we are adding two numbers and when we are subtracting only, they are not getting satisfied here. Then how can we expect that associative property will satisfy? Better on. So I will give you example. You can try it your own self and tell me if you have any doubts. So already you know how to add and how to subtract, right or wrong? So I am not going to solve this example here now, right or wrong? So this associative property also will not satisfy by the commutative property. Next, distributive property. What is this? Distributive property. That means A into B minus C, that equals to A into B minus A into C. Now I will explain this one. We will understand associative property also. See, we will take the 3. That means 1 by 2 into 2 by 5 minus 4 by 5. Okay, this is LHSI, and 1 by 2 into 2 by 5 minus 1 by 2 into minus 4 by 5. Okay, minus 4 by 5. Now first of all here we will sum 1 by 2 into 2 by 5 plus it minus into minus plus 4 by 5 is equals to, you can solve directly here. 5 2s are 10, 2 1s are 2 minus 5 2s are 10, 4 1s are 4 plus into minus minus 4. Next 1 by 2 into, here we have to add 5 5s are 25, 5 2s are 10 plus 5 4s are 20. Next 2 by 10 plus it minus into minus plus 4 by 10. Next 1 by 2 into 10 plus 20, 30 by 25. Next 10 tens are 100, 10 twos are 20, 10 fours are 40. Next 25 twos are 50, 30 ones are 30. Here 40 plus 20, 60 by 100. By 100. 60 by 20 we can solve in the simplest form. That means we can reduce. That means 2 30s are 2 50s are. That means 30 by 50 is equals to 30 by 50. So both sides are equal. So under subtraction and multiplication, we are going to satisfy this distributive property. See here, at a time I am applying the two operations. One is multiplication, one is subtraction. In addition also I applied the addition and multiplication. Right or wrong? So this is the distributive property, special condition. Next. So this is the simplification. This is the simplification step by step. So you can practice with more examples also. Next. We will see additive. Identity property. You see identity property. What is this identity property? Already I told you that it's a very special one. That means whatever you will do, I want the same result. Now, if I do subtraction, so again I have to get the same one. That means what is the subtractive identity? 0. What is the subtractive identity? 0. A minus 0, 0. A minus 0 is equal to, it will come right or wrong? We will take example, we will check it. 3 by 5 is equal to 3 by 5 we are getting. That means 0. Right or wrong? So whatever we do with 0, we will get the same result. So whenever we subtract with 0, we will get the same result. So that is the identity property and inverse property. Here is minus and here is plus. What is the subtractive inverse means? Plus. Subtractive inverse means plus. We'll take one example. 3 by 5 minus of 3 by 5. So what we get? This is plus, this is minus. So we will get the 0. We get the 0. So this is the inverse property condition. So these are the what are the satisfying here under subtraction? Only closure property is satisfying. Only closure property, and distributive property of course it will satisfy anyway. And this commutative property and associative property will not satisfy under subtraction. Will not satisfy under subtraction. So now we will see properties under multiplication. Properties under multiplication. What are going to satisfy under multiplication? So first closure property. First closure property. So when we multiply two rational numbers, again we have to get the same rational number only. Again we have to get the same rational number only. So that means 2 by 3 into 4 by 3. That means 4 2 is 8, 3 3 is 9. So this is also rational number. So under multiplication, closure property will satisfy. Next, here also commutative property. When we multiply the 2 and again when we do vice versa, we have to get the same. So when we multiply the both sides, we will get the same only. You can check with the example also. 2 by 3 into 4 by 3 is equals to 4 by 3 into 2 by 3. That means 4 2 is 8 by 9 and 4 2 is 8 by 9. So on both sides you will get the same. So next associative property also, when you multiply A into B into C and A into B into C, so both sides we have to get the same. Here also we will get the same. Here also we will get the same. Next distributive property, I already told you that. Under addition and subtraction also I already told you. Next identity property. So I told you that when whatever you will do, you have to get the same number only. So under multiplication, when we will get the same number? So 8 by, say for suppose 8 by 9 is equals to 8 by 9 only. When 8 by 9 ones are 8 by 9, that means what is the multiplicative identity? Into 1. Multiplicative identity is 1. And inverse, what I have told you, you have to get the 0 or 1. In multiplication, you have to get the 1. So what will get? Better on what will get? Minus 1 by a. Minus 1 by a. See, that means multiplication. A into 1 by a. That means 8 by 9 into 1 by 8 by 9. What will get? 1 by 8 by 9. So what will get? 8 by 9 into, this will be reciprocal, right? Or this will be reciprocal, 9 by 8. That means 9 9 cancel, 8 8 cancel, we get the 1. We get the 1. So multiplicative inverse is 1 by a. Multiplicative inverse is 1 by a. Understand or not? Yes. Next. These all are the properties under multiplication. Properties under multiplication. Next, division. Last one is division. In division, only closure property will satisfy. Only closure property will satisfy. Cumulative property, associative property, this distributive property is not there under division. This distributive property is not there under property. There is no any division condition. So next, identity property. Under identity property, whenever we will divide with any number, we have to get the same number. That means when we divide with 1, we will get the same number. We will get the same number. Next, inverse property under division is when we divide with any number, we have to get the answer as a 1 only. We have to get the answer as a 1 only. So we can divide with the 1 by same number. So that means 1 by a. So that means under division, just only closure property will satisfy. Only closure property will satisfy, and commutative property and associative property will not satisfy. Just you have to remember only these conditions. A divided by B belongs to same rational number, means Q. A divided by B is equals to B plus C. B by A by B, B by C is equals to A by B, A by B by C. Next, this distributive property is not there, and closure property is when divided with 1 we get the same rational number, and inverse property when we divide with the reciprocal of that number we get the 1. So this is the properties under division. So children, so this is overall topic about the properties of rational numbers. Properties of rational numbers. So here we check all the 4 properties, and also we check all the 6 properties. So now this you have to verify, and with your own numbers, with taking by your own numbers overall, I will send you the work problems under this topic, properties of rational numbers, and also I will send you more problems about how to add, subtract, division and multiplication on the number line, on the number lines. We see in the first topic now, that one. So next, so watch this carefully, and you can ask any doubts on my number, or you can WhatsApp me. So everyone knows my number. So if anyone don't have, so make note. I am writing my number here: 86 550 69 390. So you can call me on this number, or you can WhatsApp me. You can write your doubts, whatever you have, on which topic you have. You can WhatsApp by taking that photo, and I am sending you the introduction of this chapter. Introduction also I will send you. Please make a note down, and also I will send you the chart of this property, conditions and examples, and which property is going to satisfy under which operation. So I will send you the total chart in a chart format. This also copy in the notebook, and if I will send you the exercise problems of your first chapter. You can solve it in a notebook, and you can copy in the notebook also, no problem. Okay, so if you do now from now onwards, it will be useful when you are coming to school also. At the time, it's no need to write second time. Okay, just keep these notes as the same also. So this is about our first topic, rational numbers, and we will discuss in next class more about rational numbers. There are some more topics, and in this also one more irrational numbers and everything is there. We can discuss in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.